Bob, to anybody in these industries, I can see the excitement that it generates because they get it. That's their world.
It is. One of the things I loved about the pieces that makes it so much fun to produce, my dad, when he was passing away, he had told me some different stories, and he was telling me about basically he was in a place where he had lost his eyesight. He had diabetes. He wasn't able to see very well, but he could still hear, surprisingly, with all the oil field stuff that he'd been a part of and all the loud noises. But he began to tell me, he goes, Bob, if to me it would be like music to my ears if I could just have a tape of the sounds of the rig, of them working on the rig, the roar of the engine and all those things. And I thought to myself, Dad, what are you talking about? That was just noise, and it was just intense. At that moment, I began to kind of change my view of things and began to look at the industry and started seeing things that is just the way that we see things that's unique. What I want to do and what inspired me to do this type of artwork was to be able to bring it to the public and to the people that aren't necessarily a part of the industry, to be able to let them see what we see, to let them see that passion, to let them see the beauty of this industry and what we get to see on a daily basis. These guys, as they're going to work, they're driving by these pump jacks and they're getting to see the sunset, the sunrise. They're seeing the beautiful clouds every day. And every part of that, as they're going throughout their day, they're seeing these pieces of equipment, whether it be the welding one that we're talking about there, and all the different colors that begin to pop out within that piece from welding, all the different colors that are in the rainbow almost because of the light. It's just crazy. To just your normal pump jack. It's something that I think that people see, and we want you to be inspired by it. We want you to see the beauty and love that we have, not only for what we do, but for the environment around us as well, and how that the oil field is such a beautiful part of our day-to-day in this area, and how we love and adapt and be a part of it is just is awesome. And I'm not doing it near justice what I should do, but it's one of those things that I want you to be able to experience what the guy is like that's going out there every day, starting his day at 3 o'clock in the morning and ending his day probably at midnight at times. Sometimes they work around the clock, and that big old smile on their face as they're driving home or even driving to work. The way that they get excited about their work and the things that they do, and the way they view the industry is it's different.
It's the American spirit.
It is.
And you capture that in your work.
That's my passion. That's my drive. That's what I want you to experience. I want you to feel what those guys are doing. That passion that they have. They're not a normal type of person. They have a passion that is gigantic. The people, when you begin to visit with these people, they're not your normal everyday person. They are explosive. They've accomplished so much, and they don't care whether you know it or not. They're just loving life every day. And of course, you always run into different ones that are in different parts of every field. But as a whole, when you get to know these people in the oil industry, they are a passionate, fired up group of people that will work their butt off and give you every bit they've got and love every moment of it.
That's the heart of the gallery.
Yes, sir.